What's one piece of career advice you wish someone had given you when you were first starting out?
I would say just be open and flexible, open to new possibilities and curious about a lot of things. I think that when you're starting out, you feel like, okay, I'm choosing my career and this is the path I'm going to follow. And if I'd done that, then I would be probably adjunct faculty teaching English literature someplace. And I'm in a very, very different place now because I've just followed curiosity where it took me and opportunities where they arose. And I've been very grateful for all of the different things I've gotten to learn along the way.
Can you share a pivotal moment in your career journey that made a significant impact?
Yes, and it kind of follows on from that point that I started out I started out as an English major, so that's pretty different from the tech career I ended up with. But I got a job as a tech writer, writing course material for the end users of a software company. And we were working on the advanced application developer course. So this was kind of going next layer deep for people who are using the APIs to build e-commerce. And I was just supposed to be helping make sense of it, clean up the writing, but it didn't make sense. A lot of things were very unclear, and the person who was going to be teaching the class couldn't answer the questions. So I would go to the developers, the engineers, and ask them lots of questions because I didn't have any expectation that I should already know the answers. I just could indulge that curiosity and feel like I can't explain something unless I really understand it. And just being willing to ask those questions makes a big difference to how you can grow and what interests you develop, because I found it really quite fascinating. Then when the time came to do the dry run for the course, the person who was teaching it kept getting muddled, as he had when he was trying to explain it to me. At this time, our boss would say, the teacher previously, when I didn't understand something, is, well, of course you don't understand it because you don't have the right background. But our boss did have the right background, and he was asking the same kinds of questions. And my colleague, I think he was trying to throw me under the bus, honestly, but he said, it's Julie's fault. She changed these things, and now I don't know what they mean. And so our boss said, well, okay, why don't you go do the dry run, and that way we'll know what you meant, and we'll make any adjustments we need to. And by the end of the dry run, he said, I think you need to teach the class directly. You seem to understand the material better. And so I started teaching the more advanced technical classes. And what I found I loved most was writing the code for the classes, troubleshooting with the students who were trying to build their own apps. And after a couple of years, I transferred to the engineering department, and I've been on that course ever since. So it was a stressful moment that turned into a career-defining trajectory.
How do you approach challenges and setbacks in your professional life, and what's your go-to strategy for overcoming them?
Yeah, I'll skip the cliches about how challenges lead to growth, because that's true, but it doesn't help in the moment that you're experiencing them. But what I do find is that as long as I can be really focused on my values and the bigger picture, like I know what I'm trying to do is important and is consistent with who I want to be as a person, the immediate challenges don't feel as daunting. In my current role, in machine learning in general, I should say, like in any scientific endeavor, you're going to have more experiments fail than succeed. Just how science works.
Yeah.
And so what I love about working at DeepHealth, my current company, is that the big picture is so important. We're changing patients' lives by catching cancers earlier and more accurately. And so the fact that we have individual setbacks along the way, we can stop and say, well, look, the reason we have these setbacks is because we're trying to do something important and hard. If we were trying to do something easy, it would be easy.
Yeah.
Not easy, but we're not compromising our integrity, our scientific integrity, where this is part of the process. And that really staying that committed to your own sense of purpose. And so that's what really gets me through challenges.